You're listening to Urban Internet News, national news and information for and about people of color.
Welcome to UITVN. I'm Alexander Caden, along with Leslie Brewington and Brooklyn Alexander. Brooklyn?
A Change.org petition demanding justice in the death of Breonna Taylor has amassed over 10 million signatures, the second highest in the site's history. The petition is calling for the firing and arrest of the 3 policemen involved in the raid at Taylor's home, which resulted in her death. It also is asking the governor to speak up on her behalf and requesting the appointment of a special prosecutor to investigate the city's police department. The Kentucky Attorney General is currently investigating the case. 3 days after her husband Kanye made a lengthy and unsettling presidential campaign speech in the Carolinas, Kim Kardashian West spoke out, addressing her husband's bipolar disorder.
Melinda Gates, the wife of billionaire Bill Gates, has reportedly suggested in a recent interview with Time magazine that Black and Latino people should be the first to get the COVID-19 vaccine once it becomes available. However, keeping it real, many African Americans are very skeptical about vaccines since they've been used by the U.S. government in the past to knowingly inject Black people with diseases. An investigation spurred by the death of a 23-year-old Black man after suburban Denver police stopped him last year will be led by former Justice Department lawyer Jonathan Smith. Smith is the executive director of the Washington Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights and Urban Affairs. He'll lead a 3-person panel reviewing policing policies at issue in the death of Elijah McClain. With coronavirus cases rising, Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said she'll issue an executive order making face masks mandatory outside homes. Health officials say the infection numbers in D.C. have slowly risen upward, reaching triple digits. Missouri Governor Mike Parson has come out and said that kids have to go back to school. They will get COVID-19, but they'll get over it. Yeah, that's what he said. Leslie?
In an effort to specifically support Black-owned women's small businesses, Visa is extending their partnership with iFund Women through a new series of grants and educational resources. 10 grants of $10,000 each will go to Black women in the U.S. to help them operate and grow their business.
President Trump has extended use of federal agents in 3 more cities, sending personnel to Chicago, Albuquerque, and Kansas City to put a stop to the mass protests and resistance that he's categorized as violence. This comes after the federal authorities were in Portland, Oregon for weeks, using force to quell the ongoing uprising against racial injustice that's been sustained in the city for nearly 2 months.
For the 55th night in a row, protesters flooded the streets of Portland. But there's a new chant being sung. Feds go home, a clear message to the federal agents deployed by the Trump administration to crack down on demonstrators. Dressed in military gear, the unidentified officers have been accused of arbitrarily arresting more than 40 protesters. Some, like this demonstrator, hauled away in unmarked vans to undisclosed locations.
Today I'm announcing a surge of federal law enforcement into American communities plagued by violent crime.
Federal officers will be sent to Albuquerque and Chicago, both Democrat-run cities. Critics say the deployment is political, an attempt to make Democrats look weak on crime, and to burnish Trump's image as the law and order president ahead of the November election.
For the first time in 30 years, Walmart will be closed on Thanksgiving. The company president and CEO says it wants its employees to have a day at home with family and loved ones, especially since the employees have truly stepped up during the coronavirus pandemic. The closure means Walmart will not have in-store Black Friday sales on Thanksgiving Day, and the closure also applies to Sam's Club, which is owned by Walmart. The Food and Drug Administration has expanded its recall list of hand sanitizers, saying toxic levels of wood alcohol can cause injury or death. The recall now covers 75 different brands, some of which are sold at Walmart, Costco, and other national store chains. Some of the brands on the list include Bloomin', Assured Aloe, and Hello Kitty. You can get the complete list at FDA.gov. Search hand sanitizers updates. A party for swingers in Indiana has been canceled, not because of COVID-19, but because of too much publicity. The sold-out event was to be held at the Quality Inn with 160 participants expected to attend. But the event organizer became concerned once the media found out about it. The cancellation was a sigh of relief for the county health officer, who was worrying about coronavirus transmission despite temperatures being checked at the door. With the topless optional pool party on the agenda, I'm not sure how they plan to handle social distancing.
You've been listening to UIN. For news and information for and about people of color, visit our website at uinews.net.